me and Jake will travel to Romania.
There you go.
We will make this happen. We'll do it wherever you want, whatever conditions you want.
You know what? I'm trying so hard to not start internet beefs. I'm really trying not to.
Andrew Tate has just leaked jaw-dropping details about his fight contract with Jake Paul, and it's a total game changer. These revelations silenced the skeptics.
Details had to be exposed because people were starting to think it was just another scripted circus.
Who thought this was just another scripted celebrity match. Especially after all the controversy boxing has faced recently. With this contract, there's no doubt the fight is 100% real. The stakes are higher than ever, and fans are buzzing after discovering the final clause. Incredibly, Jake Paul accepted Tate's challenge.
$10 million for everybody.
You might have a fight on your hands.
That would go crazy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. No, seriously.
I'm about the action. Like I'm less talk now. Let's just fucking go.
Within just 24 hours, no months of drawn-out negotiations or social media hype, just a bold call-out from Tate and an immediate yes from Jake. It almost seems like he didn't stop to ask himself what he was signing up for. But hey, that's Jake Paul in a nutshell, diving headfirst into challenges without hesitation. This isn't your average celebrity boxing event. There's no let's build our brand vibe or clout-chasing energy here. This fight is deeply personal, with both men vying for the title of top dog in the fight world. Jake and Tate are two of the most polarizing figures in combat sports, and this showdown goes beyond punches and knockouts. Their rivalry has history, tension, and stakes that could reshape their legacies. Forget about...
Yes. He's fighting, all he fights are old guys and whatever, but listen, say what you want, he wins, and he makes money, so he's doing his thing, you know.
The glitzy theatrics, this is raw, real, and unpredictable. As the fight looms, fans are already on edge, anticipating what could be one of the most explosive matchups in modern boxing. One thing's certain, this fight is more than just entertainment. It's war. Andrew Tate just dropped a bombshell by leaking his fight contract with Jake Paul, and the internet is losing its mind. Forget the fake beef.
You just don't see it as a sustainable thing.
He fought Tommy Fury and lost. Where's that rematch? Where's that rematch?
I don't know where it's at. I know he's fighting a 57-year-old champ now. What's
58.
58. Don't want to take a year away from you, Mike.
He's fighting a guy that's almost 60 years old. And you know what I mean? I mean, that says it all. That says it all. There's nothing else that needs to be said. That's his shtick. That's his thing. He fights guys that are old, usually undersized guys, older, undersized guys. But he's fighting Tyson here. And him and Tyson are going to make a shitload of money.
A bunch of money.
And good for both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good for both of them. Like I say, Jake Paul can fight. It's not like Jake Paul can't fight.
Yeah.
Jake Paul just won't fight anybody.
For scripted drama you usually see in celebrity matches, this fight is the real deal. Tate made that crystal clear with his explosive reveal, and fans are already calling it the biggest fight we've seen in years. And fight day hasn't even arrived yet. Let's break down those leaked details. First off,
I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living fuck out of you. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which would fuck you up. I'm one of the lucky ones.
This isn't about manufactured drama to rake in views. Tate and Jake are settling this the old-fashioned way. No fake feuds, no publicity stunts, just pure rivalry. The trash talk is as savage as it gets, and neither of these guys is pulling punches. Their tension is raw, their history is personal, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't a show, it's a grudge match, and you can feel the electricity in the air. Unlike most celebrity fights,
I do have $3 million to bet with you, so this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer. You're 2-0 in boxing. I'm 0-0 in boxing. I've never even fought boxing. I'm a retired old man. 5 years I've been sitting around smoking cigars and fucking bitches, which are better looking than the fucking girl you're advertising anyway.
That play up the spectacle for cameras, Tate and Jake are all in. Their massive egos, fiery personalities, and explosive tempers promise fireworks both before and during the fight. If the pre-fight banter is already this wild, just imagine what's coming when the bell rings. Then there's the drug testing clause, a major highlight. This isn't your standard box-ticking formality. We're talking full-scale, random, no-warning tests that can happen anytime, anywhere. There's no room for loopholes or planning around it. This fight is as real as it gets.
Don't worry about Floyd Mayweather fucking you up. You only want to lose to them so you can say, well, I lost to Conor McGregor. Why don't you lose to an old man who's retired? I live in the real fucking world, Jake. There's a whole bunch of fighters out here who live in the real fucking world. Men who are dangerous and dedicated their lives to this sport and don't have a fucking fraction of the money you have because you managed to...
And fans can't wait to see how it all plays out. Here's the kicker. Fail the drug test and you're out. No excuses, no second chances. It's instant disqualification, plus a massive fine. It's not just your pride on the line, your wallet takes a serious hit too. And because the drama couldn't stop there, Tate added another layer of intensity. Constant surveillance. No funny business. It's a pure test of skill and willpower. The professional developer takes wallow in the reflections that follow, the wistful look affection, the calmness, the skilled acumen, the focused energy, and the careful way in which he works on the drama.
Because you managed to become a fucking clown. The biggest clown on the fucking internet. If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living fuck out of a fucking goofy, fucking entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Fucking Google it if you want to know more.
When Jake Paul and Andrew Tate step into that ring, it's raw, unfiltered, and real. No supplements, no shortcuts. Just fists flying and face-offs that fans won't forget. Now let's talk money, because that's what everyone's really watching. The winner of this showdown takes home an eye-popping $10 million. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. That full $10 million payout only happens if the fight ends in a knockout or submission. If it drags to the judges and goes to points, the prize money is slashed in half, to a measly $5 million. With that kind of pressure, neither...
You know what? I'm trying so hard to not start internet beefs. I'm really trying not to.
The fighter is walking in to play it safe. Both Tate and Jake know there's no room for half measures. This fight is about proving who's truly the best. No excuses, no ties. The stakes couldn't be higher, not just to win, but to win big. Nobody's cruising to the scorecards when $10 million is on the line. Tate and Jake Paul are now locked in a battle where the strategy isn't just about surviving the rounds, it's about finishing the fight. They'll be swinging for the fences because, let's face it, $5 million is nice, but $10 million is way better. Every punch, every move, and every second of this fight is a race to end it quickly, decisively, and in the most dramatic way possible. Now let's talk about the pay-per-view deal tied to this fight, because it's just as wild. Both Tate and Jake will pocket 50% of the PPV sales. Let that sink in. For every dollar fans spend to tune into this showdown, these two are taking home a massive...
However, I do understand what he's doing. I understand that he is very, very smart, even with his marketing angle. I'm just a YouTuber. You're not just a YouTuber. You're a full-grown man with the best coaches in the world who's dedicated his life to learning how to box for years. You know how to box. You're not a complete amateur. You know how to box very well. 3, 4, 5 years of training combat sports, you can box.
Massive cut. And this isn't some indie-level payout. We're talking about tens of millions. Weapon experts have to hold back their audiences. It's just a horizontal. With their massive followings and global hype, this fight is set to generate an insane amount of revenue, making both fighters richer before they even throw a punch. Pay-per-view sales for big-name fighters like Jake Paul and Andrew Tate. Those numbers can get absolutely insane. Picture this. The fight blows up and both of them walk away with an extra $2 million each, just from people tuning in at home. That's a hefty bonus for throwing punches while the world watches. And don't think this is limited to a few curious onlookers. This is a global...
My Bugatti that I have is in a Morgan Stanley bank account, compounding interest and hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's cooler than having a Bugatti.
Global spectacle. With their massive online followings, Tate and Jake have the kind of star power that guarantees this fight will go viral. The bigger the drama, the bigger the audience, and these two are experts at stirring the pot. Drama equals money, and they're about to cash in on both. This fight isn't just a match, it's an event. But here's the kicker, the no rematch clause. That's right, there's no automatic rematch in this deal. The only way Tate and Jake fight again is if both agree to it after the match. So if one of them gets knocked out or submitted, it's game over. No do-overs, no second chances. This is a one-time showdown, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This is where the pressure gets real. There's no train harder and come back next year moment here. No second chances, no redemption arc. You either win or lose, and that's it. If you get embarrassed in the ring, there's no shot at fixing it. It's like one of those high-stakes game shows. Pick the wrong box and it's game over. The no rematch clause guarantees this fight is a one-and-done showdown, adding even more weight to an already massive event. And now for the cherry on top of this circus, the face-off. These two aren't allowed to meet in person until the official weigh-in, where they'll stare each other down for the first time. All the juicy tension? It's living entirely online, on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Fans get to watch the trash talk unfold from the safety of their screens as these two go head-to-head.
Yeah, he'll never do that, though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract. And
he's not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better.
Virtually. Why are they doing this? Simple. It's modern promotional genius. Forget messy press conferences and in-person chaos. Instead, every tweet, every Instagram post, and every viral video adds fuel to the fire, making the anticipation even greater. This online spectacle builds the drama to a fever pitch before they even step into the ring. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for. The weigh-in. This is where the stakes hit their peak, because all the social media drama and trash talk finally cross over into the real world. Fans will be glued to their screens, watching every second like hawks. Who's going to crack first? Will Jake's relentless Twitter trolling finally get under Tate's skin? Will Tate keep his trademark cool? Or will he snap? This is the first time these two will face each other in person, and it's going to be electric. Forget the numbers on the scale. This is about mental warfare, and everyone's watching to see who blinks first. But it gets even juicier. In case you thought the financial penalties for failing to make weight weren't motivation enough, let's talk about the brutal 30% pay penalty. If either of these guys doesn't hit their target weight, they lose millions. That's right, millions. Jake, the self-proclaimed businessman, and Tate, the alpha mentality advocate, both know failure isn't an option. Missing weight doesn't just mean a massive pay cut. It's a public humiliation that could destroy their reputations. Being labeled as unprofessional is a scar that doesn't fade, especially in the fight world. And let's be real, this is more than just a boxing match. It's a battle of mental endurance, physical discipline, and brand integrity. The weight cut penalty is a constant reminder that every choice matters. One extra slice of pizza the night before weigh-in could cost them millions, and worse, their credibility. This fight isn't just about punches thrown in the ring. It's a high-stakes game happening in the gym, on social media, and especially on the scale. Get ready, because the pressure, the drama, and the stakes are absolutely insane.